Posted by you/Independent Sad 9989. I, 30F, have a sister who's just a year older than me. We've always had such a good relationship, so finding out about this hurt. She might as well have stabbed me in the heart. On top of that, I've been with my fiancé since high school, and we've always been there for each other through thick and thin. We were going to get married in a few months. I have no idea why on earth they did this to me. What's even worse is that our mom knew, and out of fear of getting involved, my sister apparently begged her not to say a word. She didn't tell me anything. Thankfully, my dad wasn't having it, and he spilled the beans to me. I've never been so angry in my life. Not only did I kick my fiancé out and throw out his stuff, some of it in the trash, but I decided to hurt my sister in another way. Why not do the same to my fiancé? Simple, she's my sister. We've always had a good relationship until she decided to ruin it months before my big day, which I allowed her to be a bridesmaid in. You don't do that to anyone, let alone your sister, your blood. My sister's big on gardening, so when she lost her dog, she made a garden for him. I knocked on her door, she didn't know that I knew, and, of course, I played nice. I brought up what she did with my fiancé, and then I stomped on her garden and crushed a couple of the flowers. I'm not sorry. Her excuse sent me over the edge. It just happened isn't a reason. I guess sleeping with my fiancé just happened like that. I told her I didn't want her speaking to me anymore and that I also didn't want our mom to speak to me. My fiancé won't say a word since I threatened to call the police if he ever went near me again. Yeah, I made my sister cry and scream at me, but I genuinely feel like I should be the one crying. She knew how important getting married was to me, and now I can't experience that. Pair that with the fact that I had to hear this from my dad, not for my sorry excuse of a sister or fiancé. Hell, even my own mother didn't say a word to me. It's like she lets my sister run her. Screw you, Tia. Screw you, Logan. If they ever see this, I'd be absolutely delighted. Edit. When I say I decided to hurt her, it's because I ruined something meaningful to her. I feel like, for most people, besides on here, that would seem a bit far. That's just how I feel, though, I understand it's not what you guys wanted, lol. It clearly worked a bit, though, since she thought I was so damn psychotic for that. Like I said, I don't feel sorry about hurting her that way. Also, thanks again for all the suggestions. They're helping me feel more confident about exposing them. I'm just a bundle of nerves right now because I know things are gonna hit the fan again. When I do, I'll try my best to give an update. It's the least you all deserve. Update 1 day later. Hey everyone, it seems like my other post has been deleted. Thanks again for the comments and support. I found out quite a bit. To start off, I did expose her and my ex on my story. I unblocked them both to tag them. Shout out to one of the commenters who wrote down what I should say. I saved it and wrote it but added some words of my own. My ex actually blocked me after he saw my story. I sent my Reddit post to my sister after. At the time, she hadn't seen it, but I got a call from my ex's mom. She was furious about everything, but she asked me how I was holding up and if I'd heard the news. My heart sank a little because I honestly couldn't bear to hear any more bad news. I asked her what she was talking about. She said, "So you haven't?" I said no and asked her to tell me. My sister's pregnant. Apparently, Logan told her in an attempt to get her to back off my sister. I didn't want to hear any more, so I told her I needed to hang up. Thankfully, she accepted because I burst into tears 2 seconds later. After 5 minutes of crying, my sister responded to my story in the text with the Reddit post link. She was texting me in all caps, begging me to take it down. If I wasn't so upset, I would have laughed a little, but I just sat there watching her blow up my phone. I got even angrier when she said, "I'm coming over, and I'm telling mom that you're spreading my business online." I still never responded though. I felt frozen. 30 minutes later, she was trying to break my door down, so I opened it in a fit of rage and started screaming all kinds of things at her. She kept yelling at me to take it down, and I told her it was going to stay up for as long as I wanted it to. She kept saying, I don't deserve online hate, and even tried telling me that she's always been there for me through everything and that she would have forgiven me if it was the other way around. That's when I punched her. A small part of me felt guilty. I'm not the fighting type, and that was probably evident in my last post, but she retaliated by saying, "It's not my fault Logan was tired of you," and that's when I told her I hope she ends up like her dog and that she deserves every bit of hate she's getting for ruining my relationship. I even apologized for not ruining her entire garden and her stupid face at first. I know I'm wrong for saying this, but the entire time, she was playing the victim. She called me evil and told me to rot in hell, and kept saying I was punishing her over a mistake. I said, "You have no idea what you've put me through, and I know you would have done the same thing if you were the victim." She kept crying and insulting me, saying, "All I've ever done was support you through everything, And you had the nerve to punch me in the face and allow strangers to bash me on the internet. I told her she deserved it, and I don't want her talking to me ever again, and if she comes near me, I'm calling the police. She kept saying I was being extremely unfair and that she had apologized in her text, but I wasn't having it. I told her to tell Mom that I'm not talking to her again either. She asked if I was really going to cut her off like that, and I just wished her good luck with her unwanted child and told her to go home. That was the last time she walked off my porch. Anyway, I had to clean up my favorite vase, but it doesn't even matter. At least they're out of my life. However, it's weird how sad I feel now. It's for my own good, but damn, I'll never experience the bond we had again. On the bright side, it seems like I've dodged 2 bullets. Thanks again though everyone, maybe I do need therapy. Edit. Adding to say that my dad called not too long ago, asking me to take every post down because, according to my mother, my sister is bawling her eyes out over mean people on the internet. As if I'm taking anything down. My dad's pissed about her pregnancy, but my mom continues to defend her, saying we need to chill out on her a little bit. This is why I'm not talking to her. I'm exhausted, and I need to focus on other things. Second update 3 days later. I've officially decided to go low contact with my dad today. Surprisingly, he wasn't that upset about it. However, he's still on team take down the posts, and that's why I made my decision. My mom wants nothing to do with me because, according to her, if I wasn't going to respect the family, there's no point in trying to get to you. Wow, it's almost like that's what I wanted. My cousin and my ex's sister have been supporting me. Apparently, my sister has had meltdown after meltdown because more people are slowly finding out about the affair, not only in person but online. She actually got into it with my cousin online, and according to my cousin, my sister keeps asking her to tell me to take down the posts because she's sorry and felt pressured into doing what she did. The last I heard about my ex was from his sister. She told me they spoke, and although he's not ready for a child, he doesn't feel comfortable leaving my pregnant sister on her own. He also wants me to stop what I'm doing, but oh well, they're made for each other. Anyway, I've surprisingly been feeling a bit better thanks to my cousin and my new sister, as I like to call my ex's sister now, haha. I've actually been getting some good sleep and am still considering therapy. A very tiny part of me feels bad for exposing my sister and ex, and I'll always miss the relationship I had with them, even despite my last encounter with my sister, but they've hurt me, and it's what they deserve. If they're not taking it well, that's their problem. Thanks again everyone.